Sometimes, life does not break us with noise. It breaks us with silence, with unanswered messages, with closed doors, with days that look exactly like yesterday, and yesterday, and yesterday. And in that silence, a quiet question begins to grow inside us. Will things ever change? This story is for anyone who has asked that question in the dark, for anyone who feels forgotten by the world, for anyone who is still standing, but barely. This is the story of the seed of hope. There was once a town called Kijani Crossing. Long ago, it was alive. Children ran through dusty streets, music drifted from open windows, neighbours borrowed sugar and returned it with laughter. But slowly, things changed. The factories closed, the river thinned. Opportunities packed their bags and left without saying goodbye. People did not fall apart all at once. They simply grew tired. Tired of hoping. Tired of trying. Tired of pretending everything was fine. And in this town lived a young woman named Amara. She had dreams once, big ones, bright ones. She and her father ran a small shop together. They spoke of expansion, of better days, of travel. Then sickness came, then debt, then silence. Her father passed away on a quiet hospital morning, and with him went the last strong voice telling her, "Do not give up, my child." After that, life became heavy. Not dramatic, just heavy. Bills that never waited, messages that never came, promises that faded. Amara learned how to smile in public and cry where no one could see. You see, the hardest battles are not fought in the streets. They are fought in the mind. Every morning, Amara woke up with questions. Why am I trying so hard and still failing? Why does everyone else seem to be moving forward? Did I miss my chance in life? She applied for jobs that never replied. She trusted people who disappointed her. She planned and watched plans collapse. And slowly, a dangerous thought began to whisper. Maybe this is all your life will ever be. One afternoon, she sat on her kitchen floor, unpaid bills spread before her, tears refusing to fall because even crying felt exhausting. That was the moment she found the book. Her father's old book, hidden under clothes, forgotten. She opened it, not knowing it would change everything. The book spoke of an old desert elder named Zaid, a man who had lost his sight, yet somehow never lost his way. When drought struck his people and panic ruled the camp, Zaid did something strange. He told them to stop, to breathe, to place their hands on the earth and listen. While others ran in fear, he taught them to slow their minds. He said, "You cannot command the wind, but you can command your breath." And in that stillness, he heard what panic could not, the deep rhythm of underground water. Amara closed the book slowly. She thought, how can calm solve real problems? But that night, when anxiety wrapped around her chest, she tried what Zaid taught. She sat. She breathed. She listened. For the first time in weeks, her thoughts stopped racing. And in that quiet moment, she realized something powerful. She had been waiting for rescue, instead of taking responsibility for the small things she could change. The next morning, she did something simple. She cleaned the abandoned land behind her house. Not because it fixed her life, but because it reminded her she was not powerless. Sometimes the first step forward is simply refusing to stay on the floor. Later, Amara read another story. The story of Queen Annacona. a leader betrayed by allies, a kingdom taken through deception. Many expected her to answer cruelty with cruelty, but she did not. She protected her people's stories, their songs, their dignity. She refused to let bitterness become her identity. Amara felt this deeply, because she too had been betrayed. Friends who vanished when she needed them, business partners who broke trust, family members who said, "Be realistic, stop dreaming." Bitterness would have been easy, but bitterness is heavy. It drains what little strength remains. So instead of closing her heart, Amara opened her space. She invited neighbors to sit with her, to share tea, to talk. At first, only a few came, but a few became many, and laughter slowly returned to places where silence once lived. The garden grew, not fast, but faithfully. Children helped water plants, neighbors shared seeds, people shared ideas. Someone started selling vegetables. Someone else began teaching children after school. Another repaired broken houses. No one became rich, but many became hopeful. And hope changes how people carry themselves. They began to believe that tomorrow could be different, if they did something today. Years later, travelers passing through Kijani Crossing asked, "How did this town survive?" People pointed to Amara, but Amara shook her head. She knew the truth. She had not been chosen by destiny. She had simply chosen not to quit. And that choice, repeated every day, had quietly transformed everything. And so, this story is not really about Amara. It is about you, about the person rebuilding after heartbreak, about the dream delayed by responsibility, about the one tired of starting over. The seed of hope does not shout, it whispers. It says, "Try again, breathe again, stand up again." Even when you are tired, even when no one is clapping, even when the ground is hard. Because seeds do not grow in comfort, they grow in darkness, they grow under pressure. They began to believe that tomorrow could, and one day, they break through. So if life has buried you lately, remember this: you are not buried, you are planted, and your season is coming. Never forget this. Storms do not come to destroy you, they come to reveal what you are made of. And if you are still standing after the storm, then your story is not over. It is only just beginning. And if this story touched your heart or reminded you that you are not alone in your struggles, kindly leave a comment to share what you are overcoming, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more powerful and educational stories that inspire, teach, and give hope. Because your story matters, and together, we grow stronger.